Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to do a realistic flight between the Air Force Academy and Meadow Lake. So this has a small complication in it because if you do a direct, you actually go through Colorado Springs airspace, which is from 8.5 up to I think 10.2, which there's no real reason to go above or below that. So there are two options that you can do. Either you can call Colorado Springs before entering and ask them if you can cross, or you can cross completely outside of their airspace and basically just avoid them altogether, although occasionally that could mess them up. Mostly because of the jet path on the approach. So, I have mapped out our approach. We're going to go the Air Force Academy. We're going to fly 078 for 9 miles. Then we're going to fly basically down to KFLY. So, to put that in, our flight plan is going to be direct KFLY. And in our flight plan, we are going to put in the airport AFF. AFF. And then in here, we're going to go to the cost 54. I don't know if this has it. Nope, doesn't. So, it doesn't have the waypoint that I'm looking for. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly 078. So we are 9 miles out of KAFF. Then we're going to make a right turn. KFLY is at 6,800 feet. There's a NOTAM 1533 is closed. Oh boy. Let's look at that. Effective July 15th through September 28th. My guess is they're redoing the runway. Not good. Okay, so apparently we're going to land 0826, which is going to be exciting in a Cessna to say the least. Grab ATIS 128.525. 128.525. Let's turn COM 2 on.
U.S. Air Force Academy AFLD information November
1900
Zulu weather. Wind 140 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 14,000 few, temperature 28, dew point -3. Altimeter 3016. Arriving runways 16 center, 1. U.S. Air Force Academy AFLD.
Can't really say it like that in real life, but
1900 Zulu weather. Wind 140 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 14,000 few, temperature 28, dew point -3. Altimeter 3016. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right, 16 left, departing runways 16 center, 16 right, 16 left. Advise on initial contact you have November.
okay, we have November. Alright, so that told us that the altimeter is 3016. And checking with our altitude, we should be at roughly 6576. We are at 6520, which means we're a little off, but we're pretty close. Landing airport 1533 is closed by NOTAMs. Let's actually look at that. Taxiway Alpha is closed. It doesn't tell me what the NOTAMs are. Oh, bad. Alright, let's fly the flight plan. So, we are going to go flight plan hide. This is that little ring that we're trying to stay out of. We're going to go down a little bit, and we're just going to make sure that we stay outside of Colorado Springs airspace. They are from... oh boy. Surface to 10,200. Surface to 10,200. So we have to climb above 10,200 if we want to do that. I think we're going to do that anyways, just so that we're out of their airspace. So let's climb 10,200. I don't really want to be in their airspace. So, taxi and takeoff lights are on. Blocking altitude. Control surfaces are connected and working. Flaps are down one. Putting a little power. Brakes off. Not shot cooling the engine. And takeoff power is set. $50 knots. 60 knots. Running out of runway, rotating. Leveling off a little bit. A little bit forward on the stick. 70 knots. Gear's coming up. Sorry, flaps coming up. We don't have gear. We're going to climb at, I believe it was 73 knots is our best rate to climb. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to need to know this aircraft. And we're going to climb up to 10,500. We actually need to go odd plus 500. So technically 11,500, but could go below as long as we stay below 82. So we're going to do that. That was our 1,000 feet. We're going to stay below 8,200. And just make sure we stay out of their airspace. You would want to call them. But we're going to maintain about... not the best I've ever planned, but we're going to stay roughly 1,000 AGL, which I think is 8,200. Yeah, I think this is a bit of a no-no for what we're doing. You're not really supposed to do this. Climbing as quick as we can, so maybe we'll make it out of the jet path. Clean out our mixture as needed. Losing power. Too much. About there. We are going to make sure we stay clear of the airspace. We might actually make it above the jet path, so that's promising. I do like that. That's good. And this is a Class D airport that we're flying out of. Make sure the flaps are all the way up. We don't have gear. Don't have prop. We do have throttle. Trying to get us to climb as quick as I can. That 72 knots is roughly what I'm trying to keep. I'm remembering that from something else, but I don't remember what it was from. I'm kind of hoping that that's our correct altitude. But in theory, you want to be 11,500. You want to be going odd between north and south clockwise, and between south and north clockwise, you want to be going even altitudes. And I remember that as nose. So north odd, south even. Not too much to do today. She's pretty calm and gentle. Guess we could prep for the radio for ASOS. That cost 54 is actually what I was aiming for in the flight plan. Alright, she's pretty stable. Let's pick up ASOS. AWOS. 118.45. Whoop. 118.45. Swap that in. We'll see if that actually comes in. And the next thing we need is actually the CTAF. Sure we stay on course, that would be important. On course, on speed. CTAF is 122.7. 2.7. Monitor that. Also Unicom. Drifting just a little. Well, we're almost up to 9.5, and I think we're pretty much in the approach path, so there would be jets going underneath us. We are probably burning a pretty good amount of fuel. We're at 8 gallons an hour. Okay, we're not burning that much fuel. But yeah. Nice and simple. Let me do something along the lines of Meadow Lake Airport. Cessna 172 is 10 miles to the west. Full stop, runway 1. Think about this before you do it. Or just walk through it in your head. So, runway 08, I think. I don't have CTAF, but this should give me... Oop, nope, let's stay out of the Colorado Springs airspace. Runways 08. So we're going to land runway 08. So we're going to call Meadow Lake, Cessna 172, 5 miles to the east, landing runway 08, Meadow Lake. We're going to do a direct activate, 5.8 miles. We're almost at 10, so we're actually going to level off and start coming down. We do want to keep that in the green, but there's the airport right in front of us, actually. Now we do have to stay a little bit left. We could call direct, but technically we want to enter the pattern, so we're going to enter a left-hand pattern. Or we can call and do the overhead. That could be interesting. Actually increase speed to about 100 knots. Get our descent going. And we're going to call Meadow Lake Airport, White Cessna, 4 miles to the east for the overhead. I don't think they're going to like that, but We'll try an overhead in a Cessna. I've never done an overhead in a Cessna, especially on such a small runway. So we are still not quite clear. We need to descend a lot more. This does have runway and pattern altitudes, which are at, gotta watch that, we're right on the edge of their airspace, they would be pissed. 7,700 is the pattern altitude. We're going really quick. So we are descending to 7,700. We are almost clear of the airspace. And we're clear to turn in. Barely, but we're clear. Pulling power. That's going to be a tiny runway to land on. So we're going for 7,700. Meadow Lake Airport, White Cessna, 1.2 miles west of the runway, west of runway 08. In for the direct overhead pattern. And we'll do for the overhead break. There's 7,000. I'm going to catch this. 7,700. Lined up on the runway. Adding power. Leveling off. And White Cessna in the break. I'm not sure how this is going to go. There's the other runway. And there's our opposite heading. We're at 200 below. So flaps 1. Ooh. There's a lot of flaps. We're going to set ourselves up a bit long. Flaps 2. Power. Maintain this. And left hand turn. Full power. We're actually running too much drag there. We will configure final on landings. There's the other end of the runway. There's the runway we're landing on. Flaps full. Maintaining a good amount of stick pressure there. Jeez. We want to land as slow as possible. But we are high on the glide path, so we want to be coming down pretty quick. Starting to level out. Straightening out on the runway. Trimming. And a little more power as we pull back and slow down. I think we can make that. Power out. Flaring. Getting it on the ground as quick as we can. Dumping the lift. Close enough. I think the runway does go on a little further. Cessna 172 back taxiing runway 8, Meadow Lake. This is kind of fun. A lot shorter than I was expecting. Meadow Lake Cessna 172, clear of runway 08. Oh, I forgot, I don't have the textures on here. It's a lot more boring without all the buildings and textures and the actual nice maps and... yeah. Alright, let's full power, run through shutdown. So landing and taxi lights are off. All but beacon needs to come off. Avionics can come off. We are going to pull power all the way back. Cut spark. Full mixture. Kill batteries and avionics. Grab the parking brake. Take the keys and we're good. Cool. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that short quick hop, and we'll see you guys in the next one.